Welcome back, Leeds United faithful. What's going on, you beautiful White Rose Warriors? Your boy is back with some absolutely mental news that's going to shake Elland Road to its foundations. I'm telling you right now what I'm about to share with you will have you jumping off your seats, screaming at your screens, and calling every Leeds fan you know. We've got 3 massive bombshells that dropped in the last 24 hours. And trust me when I say this, these stories are going to change everything we thought we knew about our beloved Whites. I'm talking about moves that could define our entire season, decisions that have the peacocks buzzing like never before, and drama that's got the whole football world talking about Leeds United. First up, we got news about a defender who's literally packing his bags and booking flights to leave Elland Road. But here's the twist. We're blocking his exit until we get what we want. Then there's some absolutely incredible news about a Swiss wizard who's just landed in West Yorkshire and is already talking like he's gonna tear the Premier League apart. And finally, brace yourselves for this one. We're going head to head with Nottingham Forest for a striker who's being compared to Ollie Watkins himself. Leeds faithful, if you're not already smashing that like button, what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell, because you do not want to miss what's coming next. The transfer window is about to close, and Daniel Farke is pulling off moves that will have you believing we can stay up this season. So grab your scarves, put on your lucky shirt, because we're about to dive into why one defender is desperate to escape Elland Road. Leeds United faithful, here's where things get absolutely wild. Isaac Schmidt. Remember that name, because it's about to become the center of the biggest transfer saga you've seen all summer. This Swiss right back has literally been sitting by his phone, waiting for permission to jump on a plane to Germany, but guess what? We're not letting him go. Werder Bremen thought they had this deal wrapped up, lads. They were so confident that they'd already scheduled flights for Schmidt's medical. Scheduled flights! Can you believe the audacity? They had everything ready, probably had the hotel booked, the medical team on standby, maybe even had his jersey printed. But Daniel Farke said, not so fast, mate. Here's the brutal truth about Schmidt's time in Leeds, and I mean brutal. The lad has played just 71 minutes in the championship last season. 71 minutes! That's barely more than a full match. His only 2 starts came in the FA Cup, and let's be honest, that tells you everything you need to know about where he stands in Farke's plans. The most embarrassing part, we paid St. Gallen $2.5 million for this defender just last August, and he's got a contract running until 2028. That's some serious money tied up in a player who can't even get on the pitch. But Farke clearly sees something in him that he's not ready to just throw away for nothing. But here's where it gets interesting, White Rose Warriors. We're not just being difficult for the sake of it. Oh no, we want our money back and we want a proper replacement lined up before we even think about letting him board that plane to Bremen. And speaking of replacements, we've already got our eyes on James Hill from Bournemouth. This 23-year-old English defender could be the perfect solution to our right back problems. He's versatile, he can play center back or right back, and he's desperate for regular game time after struggling to break into Bournemouth's first team. The Cherries signed him from Fleetwood Town back in 2022, but he's been stuck on the sidelines ever since. The German club is getting desperate now, offering loan deals with buy options, doing everything they can to get their hands on Schmidt. But Farke is playing chess while they're playing checkers. We're holding all the cards here, and we're not budging until we get exactly what we want. This is what proper transfer business looks like. Leeds faithful, no more getting mugged off in the transfer market like we used to. But wait until you hear about the replacement we've got lined up. It's gonna blow your minds completely. Right, Leeds United faithful. Forget everything I just said about defenders leaving, because now we're talking about someone who's absolutely buzzing to pull on the white shirt. Noah Okafor, and I'm telling you right now, this Swiss magician is about to become your new favorite player. Listen to this lad's first words as a Leeds player and tell me this doesn't give you goosebumps. As a kid, I dreamed of playing in the Premier League. That's why for me it was quite an easy decision. My football suits the Premier League. This is like a dream come true. I can't wait to step on the field. Dream come true. He said it's a dream come true to play for Leeds United. When was the last time you heard a player talk about us like that? This isn't some mercenary coming for a paycheck. This is a player who genuinely wants to be here, who believes in what we're building. We've just dropped $17.3 million on this absolute wizard. From AC Milan, making him our 9th signing of the summer. 9 signings, Leeds faithful. Fark isn't messing about. He's building a squad that can compete in this brutal Premier League. This lad passed his medical on Wednesday afternoon, and by Thursday he was already being interviewed on the pitch at Elland Road. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but he only scored 7 goals in 56 games for Milan. Let me stop you right there. This lad was stuck in a system that didn't suit him, playing second fiddle to other players. But remember his time at Red Bull Salzburg. 34 goals and 18 assists in 110 games. That's the real Noah Okafor. The 25-year-old Swiss international has 24 caps for his country, and he's a product of Basel's youth academy. This isn't some unknown quantity. This is a proven performer who just needed the right opportunity to shine. And what better place to do it than in front of the Elland Road faithful? The statistics don't lie either. This lad completes more progressive carries than Manor Solomon. 560 versus 500 per 90. More successful take-ons, 2.80 versus 243. And he's exactly the type of player who can cut inside from that left wing and cause absolute havoc. He's gonna link up with our attack like you wouldn't believe. And here's the kicker. He's already available for Arsenal this Saturday. Imagine Okafor making his debut at the Emirates, tearing through their defense like they're traffic cones. The lad is chomping at the bit to get started, saying, I'm really excited. I can't wait. Like I said before, I'm also ready for this new challenge. This signing might also spell the end for any Manor Solomon return hopes. But honestly, if we can upgrade from a loan to a permanent signing of this quality, that's exactly what Premier League survival is about. But that's not even the biggest news. Leeds United faithful, hold on to your hats because this final piece of news is going to have you losing your absolute minds. We're in a straight fight with Nottingham Forest for a striker who's being called one of the best strikers in the Bundesliga. And the comparisons they're making will blow you away. Mladen Demirovic. Learn this name, memorize it, tattoo it on your forehead if you have to. Because this Bosnian beast could be the difference between relegation and survival. The Bundesliga literally compared him to Ollie Watkins, not some random striker. Ollie Watkins, the man who terrorized defenses for Aston Villa. This 27-year-old Bosnia and Herzegovina international has 34 caps for his country and just had the season of his life at Stuttgart. He netted 17 goals in all competitions and lifted the DFB Pokal. That's a major trophy, Leeds faithful. Stuttgart's managing director Fabian Wohlgemuth wasn't messing about when he said Demirovic is among the Bundesliga's top strikers. The numbers are absolutely staggering, White Rose Warriors. While Watkins scored 0.41 non-penalty goals per 90 minutes, Demirovic was banging in 0.64. He's taking more shots, 3.34 versus 2.51, getting more touches in the attacking box, 6.25 versus 569, and he's proving himself against top-level opposition week in, week out. Before his move to Stuttgart, this lad was already making waves at Augsburg as their captain. That's leadership quality right there. He scored 15 Bundesliga goals last season alone, and the way he plays on the shoulder of the last defender, the way he links up with his teammates, it's pure poetry in motion. But here's where it gets nerve-wracking. Nottingham Forest have made the exact same inquiry as us. Nottingham Forest. They're trying to muscle in on our deal, trying to steal our striker from right under our noses. This is war, Leeds faithful. This is everything. Florian Plettenberg confirmed on social media that both clubs have made official approaches. The pressure is real because Stuttgart won $35 million for their star man, and with just days left in the transfer window, every minute counts. We can't afford to mess about here. If we want Demirovic, we need to move fast and move decisively. Think about it. We've got Dominic Calvert-Lewin up front already, but imagine having Demirovic alongside him. Imagine the link-up play, the goals, the absolute chaos they could cause in Premier League defenses. This could be the signing that transforms our entire attacking philosophy. Leeds United faithful, we're living through the most exciting transfer window in years. Isaac Schmidt might be desperate to leave, but we're replacing him with quality. Noah Okafor is already dreaming in white, ready to tear up the Premier League. And Ermedin Demirovic could be the striker who fires us to safety. Hit that like button if you believe in Daniel Farke's master plan. Subscribe if you want to stay updated on every single move we make. And tell me in the comments, which of these 3 stories has got you most excited? Are we building a squad that can survive in the Premier League? Cause I'm starting to believe, and you should be too. The next 48 hours could define our entire season. Leeds faithful. Will we get Demirovic? Will Schmidt finally get his move? Can Okafor light up the Emirates on Saturday? One thing's for certain, this is the most exciting time to be a Leeds United fan in years. Mo T.